Hello everyone, in this video I would like to show you how to add a data extension in Salesforce Marketing Cloud. First step you need to do is go to Audience Builder and then Contact Builder. After the Contact Builder page is open, go to Data Extension tab. In the Data Extension tab, you can create that located on the top right of your screen. After you click the create button, you can see there are three creation methods. The first method is create from new, which means that you create a brand new data extension. The second one is create from existing, which means you create a copy of an existing data extension schema. And the last one is create from template, which means that you create a data extension based on a template in the application that you select. In this case, we are going to create a new data extension, so we choose the create from new. We are going to create this customer data extension. So we gotta name it customer. In Salesforce Marketing Cloud, every data extension need to have a unique name. In my case, I already have a customer data extension. So I'm gonna change the data extension name to customer example. After that, there is external key. External key is a unique value that identifies the data extension. This value used to identify the data extension with an API call. If you don't input the external key, the system will generate an external key automatically. So we're gonna pass it. And then we add the description of our data extension. The description is customer demographic and key attributes. So we're gonna type it customer. After that, we can choose the location of our data extension. You can see there is a is sendable checkbox. The is sendable checkbox indicate whether you intend this data extension to have message sent to it. This checkbox also determines whether the data extension is available to use as a part of send. If you choose this checkbox, you will complete this field. There is a is testable field that indicate whether you intend this data extension to have test message sent to it. As the example here, we're going to check the is enable checkbox. After that, there is a data retention policy. The data retention policy determines the time period after which unused data extension data is deleted. You can see you can set how you want to delete the data. We're gonna skip this part. And after that, we are going to input the data extension value. So we're going to follow this image. The first one is customer ID. And we're gonna set the customer ID as a primary key, which every ID must be unique, so that can be used to identify the customer. You also need to determine the data type. There are several data types that you can see here. And you can also determine the length of the data. After that, we're gonna add a email, first name, last name, mobile, is user customer, and the last one is data edit. Sorry. And in this example, we can see there are different types. For email, we can choose the email address type, and first name is text, last name text. Mobile is phone, is laser customer, will be yes or no, so the data type is Boolean, same as the business customer. The date edit will be that data type. In that data type, you can choose the default value. So the default value we're going to use the current system date. So when there is a new data input to the data extension, we, the default value of data edit is the current system date. When you adding the attribute of the data extension, you can see there are a required checkbox. Required checkbox determine whether the attribute can be nullable or not. So you can see in the example, the email address also cannot be nullable. So we gonna check it as required. The other attribute can be null. So it means that we don't need to check the required checkbox. After that, there is a default value for laser customer and business customer. The default value is false, so we're gonna set it to false. And then complete. So the data extension already successfully created. You can see the data extension here. There will be two ways for us to input the data to our data extension. The first way is by import the data directly, and the second way is by manually edit from the record tab and add record. So the example, we add the customer ID and the email. Because the first name, last name, and mobile is nullable, so we can just leave it blank or empty. As you can see, there is a default value that we already set in the setting, which the laser customer and the business customer is false, and the date edit is from our system time. If we want to delete the data, we can just clear the record. We can also add a new attribute in our data extension. By clicking the create attribute and just add attribute name, default value or required or not, and we just click create. You can see that the new attribute that we create is created successfully. You can also edit the attribute by click the edit attribute button, or you can delete it by clicking the delete attribute button. Press OK. And now the attribute is successfully deleted. So that's all about how to create a data extension. Thanks for watching.